And it's picked up by Anthony Watmow.
Watmow! Well played by Watmow.
And it's 4 and plays it 2.
He shrunk off a tackle.
Mate, just back streets of Villa. We're just negotiating the Villa traffic. Just getting used to driving on the other side of the road. How's it going? Pretty good. Why are we driving on the wrong side of the road? Must be the French. The English won the rights for language, but the French won the roads. But most importantly, the natives won the carver competition.
Surviving the Port Vila traffic and some dodgy directions, we headed out to Mele to see the Vanuatu team train and maybe participate in tackling practice as tackling bags.
Just standing outside the team bus. We're at Mele training ground.
Hello.
So we're off to hopefully meet some of the management and a couple of the players. This is where the magic happens. These are the drills that make people legends.
You want to volunteer yourself?
I think they're okay. I think they're okay.
I reckon you should go in there.
Maybe get some muscles and then go and do some tackling practice. I wouldn't fancy being smashed by any of these guys.
Yes, you will. These guys are really training like a properly professional team. They're not dicking around. I thought we'd be able to just kind of run in there. That was very naive of me.
Of the Australian base contingent, we've got James Wood, who's with Tweedhead Seagulls, Benny Henaway's with East Tigers, Javan White, Ipswich Jets, Joey Meninga's with Sunshine Coast Seagulls. So all those guys are playing at what would be considered Queensland Cup level.
They're going through some fairly simple dummy half plays, the dart and the skiff. As is always the way in rugby league, there's always a lot of talk.
The Greeks should have pretty good talk though.
They'll have some great chat. I think the Greeks invented chat. We'll just get some footage of the actual Vanuatu media, just to see how it's been covered, this seminal match.
I pray before we have training, and after training I say a prayer and they sing a chorus.
Okay. And you'll obviously be praying for a victory on Saturday.
Yeah, I will be praying.
But do you know much about the Greek opposition?
They're an unknown quantity. All I know is that many of them play for the NRL. We don't believe that it's going to be easy competition.
What's your score prediction for Saturday?
15-10, Vanuatu.
15-10 Vanuatu, what, like a field goal? A field goal to seal it?
Yeah.
So we're just going to head over and see what some of the locals think. Now, these guys are footballers. They don't like rugby league. What's your favourite team?
My favourite team is Australia.
Favourite team's Australia?
Not Vanuatu.
No.
Going to win this weekend.
Between Vanuatu and Greece?
Well, in my case, it's Greece.
He's come all the way from Scotland. He's a Celtic supporter. He thinks Greece has got it. What's your prediction for the score?
Maybe 100.
100-0 to Greece.
Who will win?
I think maybe Vanuatu will win.
What will the score be?
It's about 60 to 70.
60 to 70, high-scoring game. You like Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yeah, I like Cristiano Ronaldo.
Let's see what the little kid has to say. What's your name?
Ino.
You think Vanuatu's going to win?
Yeah.
What do you think the score's going to be?
I think 100.
It's another 100-0 prediction.
Dr. Andy Go. Dr. Andy Go.
Looking around at the melee ground, it wasn't hard to see why the score predictions were a little generous. The dominant sport in Vanuatu is football, or soccer, or as we say in Australia, football. The Vanuatu team manager Sandy Marango told us off camera that unidentified sports administrator number 243 must be a soccer fan too.
A curveball has just been thrown by the Port Vila Sports Council. They've just told the Vanuatu Rugby League that they can't play the game at the municipal stadium. No reason given. They've told them that they have to play the game here at Independence Park. Now, as you can see, Independence Park, lovely field, great place for a friendly kick around on a Sunday afternoon. Only problem is, it's got a 15-degree slope running east-west. Not the best place for an international rugby league fixture with hundreds of people coming from overseas and all over Vanuatu to watch the game. So Dane Campbell and Sandy are now having some crisis meetings to fix the problem. Fingers crossed. That night, we headed to the nearest expat bar for some local colour. Surely someone there would have a sensible idea of how the match would go.
We're here with arguably Port Villa's greatest mixologist.
I'll take that.
Mac. He's already taking it.
What prompted you to start the bar up?
Oh, have a look around. It's utopia. I mean, I get to own a bar in a little tropical island in the North South Pacific. I mean, you know, who doesn't want to do that?
Do you consider yourself like the Paul Gauguin of mixology?
No, probably more Monet, I'd say. I actually hate reggae. That's another thing that we don't do here. We don't play reggae.
No reggae, because there's a lot of reggae going on.
Every bar in town plays reggae because, again, that's another thing. With the expat bar, because we don't play reggae.
Right.
But me Vanuatu want to hear it. I don't want to. If I hear another steel drum, I'll top myself.
What about dub?
Oh, no.
What about reggaeton?
No, even
Dubstep?
yeah, even the fact that it sounds dodgy saying it means I'm not going to play it.
We should ask you a few things about the game.
Yeah, like how do
You really are asking the wrong person. I don't even know if it's a round ball or an oblong ball. What game are we playing? So I believe they run around with the ball, and if you can run over the line at the end, then that's good.
Mac might not know anything about sport, but he certainly knows how to play along to use your illusion 1 and 2.
Alright, I don't know if you can see this, but the steam on this lens is extreme.
Oh yeah, I can see that there.
Extreme steam. Welcome to Port Villa. Here we are at the Grand Hotel, Port Villa. This is where the Greek team is staying, and we're going to stake out this joint until they arrive.
We understand that the Greek national rugby league team is staying in this hotel. Are you able to give us any further information as to whether this is in fact true?
Yes. The Sydney flight will be here around 10 past 3 this afternoon. Probably around 4 it will be here.
Okay, so we'll be here.
We'll come back to film them coming in.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
The Greeks haven't even turned up. They're flying in this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. They're either supremely confident or supremely arrogant.
We're trying to brush up on the Greek national anthem. We might have to drop in at a local internet cafe to just really get amongst the words. They may well have internet access at the Thai massage place next door. Perhaps that's why this venue has been chosen. There's a Thai massage place there, across the road, and there's one right next door as well. The only way you can walk and not encounter a Thai massage is if you walk this way, and I'm sure someone will give you a massage eventually if you go this way. So, who knows, that might be why the Greeks have checked in here. They just want an extreme relaxation. You know, you've got blokes basically dressed like they're from Get Shorty staying here.
We're going to go inside the Thai massage place and make sure that they're aware that they are going to be fully booked up by the Greek national team for the next 72 hours.
The Greek team, national team, is staying at this hotel. So we think they'll all come here. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
How many people do you have? How many massage people?
7 massager here, Thai lady.
Do you need any more people? Because we are happy to volunteer if you need more people.
7 Thai ladies and 2 Thai lady boys.
You Thai lady boy.
We could dress up. Although our offer to provide massages wasn't taken seriously, more serious was that the Greeks were still to arrive. If anyone was going to know where they were, surely it'd be Elvis. Sorry, what's your name?
Marilyn O'Reilly.
Marilyn and?
Dean Vegas.
Dean Vegas. And are you... Oh, you're not with Dean.
No, I know him, that's all.
I've been here once before to the island, but this time we're on the cruise ship and I'm actually performing with a whole heap of other entertainers on the cruise ship.
Are you going to be there at the football on Saturday?
Look, I wish I could, but we're leaving this afternoon, so unfortunately I won't be here, but I'm sure it's going to be fantastic.
We've also spoken to a guy who doesn't have any front teeth. Are you guys also here for the rugby league match on Saturday?
No, we leave today. Leave at 4:30 today. What rugby league match?
I like orange and apple too.
Before Dean Vegas reenacted that scene from Blue Hawaii, but not with Marilyn O'Reilly, we headed to the famous Port Villa market to sample some local produce.
We've grabbed one of these and we're going to see what's inside.
Wow.
Wow, look at that. It's fucking great. It looks like the inside, probably, of a vagina.
You don't know, you've never seen one. That's what they look like in the diagram.
There's like a cream pied vagina there. It tastes like... It actually also tastes like a bit of vag. It's a beautiful combination between mangosteen and custard apple. It's actually great. So refreshing.
It really does look like someone's jizzed in it.
I'm the fullback for the Greek team.
And how good's your Greek?
It's not very good at all. I only know words I probably shouldn't say on camera. So
You should say them. No, say them. Say them.
Oh, there's Marca, Marquis, you know, all those kind of standard ones.
Bush.
Yeah.
Grandparents were all born in Greece.
What part of Greece?
Athens and Corinth.
Do you spend much time at the Corinthian Rotisserie in Marrickville?
Actually, no, but I've been there a couple of times with my grandfather.
How's your Greek language ability?
Skata.
Are you actually aware that there is a Thai massage place across the road?
Yep, we all are. Trust me.
What's your Greek background?
My dad is from Ithaca. Yes, a very famous island.
Like Odysseus.
Odysseus, exactly.
Nice one.
My mother's from an island called Samos.
Mm-hmm.
And my father's from a part of Greece in Peloponnese called Aegeon.
I'm team physio. Massages, free massages.
Free massages. So you're going to be competing against the Thai massage place across the road?
Yeah, I'll do better rates.
It was time for the press conference, and we were hot on the tail of the team bus.
Now don't get confused. We're following the bus that's moving, not the ones that are parked. They're taking us through the back streets, trying to confuse us. Where is this champion going? Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Now he's backing up.
He's just pulled into what we thought was the venue for the press conference. Then he's backed up, and now he's fucked off. This is like something out of The Gods Must Be Crazy.
I have to do a poo.
Okay.
What are we going to do?
Well, you're just going to evacuate.
I'm going to do another fart to ease the tension.
Based on your last one, I think you might be following through.
What a way to start the press conference.
Yeah.
With a star journalist.
Just put your hand up. Are there any toilets around you?
I just followed through.
Got a number of the press here today, and even some guys that have come across from Australia that want to be involved in capturing this historic moment.
Dane Campbell sort of rang us up about February, March and said, I'm trying to help promote rugby league in Vanuatu. Are you interested in playing? So I quickly Googled Vanuatu, looked where it was, and said, oh yeah, I'd love to go there and play rugby league. It's great for our players that have Greek heritage to play for their country, you know, where their mother and father or their grandparents were born. But at the end of the day, we want to start in Greece, and so that's our main mission. By playing Vanuatu actually puts us back on the map. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that 5 countries played rugby league in the world. Now we've got more than 40, and there's countries like, you know, China that wants to play next year, which is good. Probably another trip, Steve. Our team's basically made up probably 50% Australian-based players, so, 50% Nevan, locally based, and probably the other 50% will be guys that we've got from New Zealand, Fiji, and other places other than the east coast of Australia. Our locally based contingent actually have all got a rugby background, so this weekend all of these guys will be playing their first 13-a-side rugby league game.
I think the World Cup qualification says that you need to have 8, I'm not too sure, quota players from the domestic comp. So, you know, for us to be an international team as such, we need to have domestic players playing our game. And with all this starting with Vanuatu, again, it's great for us, it's great for our players. You know, they're all very excited about taking the game back to Greece and starting it in Greece again. And once that happens and players are playing in the competition over there, you know, we'll be able to have a proper Greek international team.
Will you be incorporating sort of techniques from the West Tigers into the Greek sort of plays tomorrow?
Of course. Try and play open sort of brand of football, and basically like what the West Tigers do, you know, throw the ball around and have a bit of fun. I'm still at the Tigers for another year, so, you know, I'm quite safe, I hope. No, I'm quite happy where I am at the moment, West Tigers, and I'm enjoying my coaching over there, yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, that's the nice kind of response. I mean, frankly, what we really want to know is, are you happy to see the back of Tim Sheens?
No.
I've been refereeing for 17 years. Got called up to come out and do the game, and
Couldn't say no to the opportunity to help with 2 emerging countries.
It's a bit of a holiday as well, though, isn't it?
Oh, I can't say no to that. It's a good little trip. I'd say the first 10 minutes will be pretty intense, be pretty quick. My main aim is to keep the game flowing. If I can avoid penalties, I will. I want to let these guys have a running game.
Do referees have their own kind of Mad Monday?
How would you put it? We have a gathering.
Well put. Very well put. You're not Vanuatu, are you?
No, I'm not Vanuatu. I'm half Aboriginal, half African, but yeah, should be a really good game.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm just on holiday, actually. I came from my brother's wedding, but just coincidentally the game's on as well, so I might pop out to see it tomorrow.
Are you the best man?
Yeah, I was the best man, so that's it's my brother's wedding. I better be the best man.
You had a bucks already?
Yeah, he's had his bucks. I shouted that one.
We're just here in the back of the truck as we're driving through the middle of Port Vila. The players are going nuts. Everyone's just excited about the match. We're just trying to drum up a lot of support. There's a lot of screaming, a lot of yelling, obviously a lot of honking going on. We're going to go for a swim in the waterfall. You know, we might fuck.
We might fuck. What? This wasn't part of the deal.
For the record, we didn't. But after a quick detour, we were back on the case again.
We finally located the Greek team. They're training here on this beach near Tabarak. Which is your son who's playing?
Petros.
And what position is he?
Forward. They finished their training session over there. Now they're just cooling down. They're going to go into the water and for about 10 minutes and they'll come straight out.
You're not going in?
No, I'm not going in. No.
Why not?
No, I'm too old.
It's good for you.
I'm too old. Or too old.
How old are you?
I'm old.
Did you ever play rugby league?
Actually, no. I played AFL and soccer.
Do you follow NRL?
I follow the Swans.
Okay. You got a son here as well?
I'm Blake Costa, and he's a front row.
Do you follow NRL?
Definitely.
What's your team?
Parramatta Eels. Yeah.
Same as this one?
Yeah.
You must have had a hard time lately. Right, I'm going to go in. Hey boys, we'll do some interviews in the water. Why did you guys finish so early training? I thought it was a 2-hour sesh.
No, not before a game. It's 40 minutes before a game, yeah. Right? Yeah.
You guys all look a bit cold.
Yeah, I've got a bit of stiff nipples. I'm just a bit cold.
Yeah. Stiff nips. First 10 minutes, put a few through them early.
Oh, mate, they obviously haven't been together too long, so the try scoring will open up early, mate. And you should probably get on number 4 centre from Greece because he'll probably dive over early.
We are standing on top of a big hill which overlooks the Port Vila Municipal Stadium, and that's where tomorrow's big game is going to be taking place. We've spoken to the players. They say because it's basically a natural amphitheatre, you get this cauldron-like atmosphere. So it's going to turn into Lang Park. It's basically going to be the Lang Park of Vanuatu. It's good to see that the goalposts are up because that will certainly help. However, as we speak, no lines have been marked. Hopefully, there will be some lines tomorrow. Hopefully, that will be before 4 p.m, which is kickoff. Here we are at the Sportsman's Bar where the expat who runs the joint has gotten his knickers in a twist because no one told him that the Vanuatu and the Greek and the Santo and the Afato teams would be here tonight as a pre-match presentation. He wasn't told until 3:30. However, he seems to have managed. He's knocked out a couple of half-roast chickens. Everyone's done well.
What was your action plan when you found out so many people were coming?
I went to my chef and he said, we're going to serve the 3 meals that are our specials. I said, no, we're not. We're going to do chickens. We're going to cook 75 chickens on the barbecue and we'll put them on the plates, and they were ready with 20 minutes to spare.
Did you have all those chickens on hand?
Yes, they were all in hand because in Vanuatu you have to carry a couple of hundred chickens because you never know when you're going to get them.
The most important thing about tonight is that they have announced the first ever captain of the Vanuatu Rugby League team, James Wood.
When I was a young boy, we had to do some custom, which is pretty much what happens in every island around the Pacific. But what happens is you get named, and by getting those names and by doing these ceremonies, you're able to, you're being introduced to the family, to the land, and that's how you would establish yourself and identify yourself. But I was given a name, Turu Turu, which basically means to have your foot in each place, to be able to have two perspectives or two cultures. And tomorrow I feel very proud to be able to fulfil that name by representing Vanuatu and also being half Australian.
Dally Messenger was the first ever captain of the Australian Rugby League team, so do you consider yourself a bit of a Dally Messenger figure?
No, I definitely do not, no. Slightly more handsome than Dally Messenger, I believe. You know, most of our guys are union converts. When you take guys out of a union environment and give them a week to prepare for a game of league, you could just imagine what's happening there. You know, there's almost some rucking and mauling going on out in the middle there. I think you'll see some kamikaze stuff tomorrow.
Massive hits?
Oh, I would say so, yeah. Some big bodies and some big boys and with bad intentions, I think.
It's been an extensive, in fact an exhaustive search, but we have found Vanuatu's only half Greek, half Nivan person on the island. Cassandra, how do you feel about tomorrow's match?
A bit torn, really.
Which NRL team do you support?
Brisbane Broncos. Yes. Yeah.
I hate the Brisbane Broncos. I absolutely hate them.
What does this game mean to you tomorrow?
Well, this game I see that rugby league is coming of age in the South Pacific. Union's very strong here, soccer's very strong, and now the game that I love is here. I've been a passionate supporter of the Raiders, and I put about $750,000 into their coffles.
What era Raiders are we talking?
87, 88. The real legend time, the Mal Meninga, Ricky Stewart, Bradley Clyde.
Chicka Ferguson?
Chicka, yeah.
We're just going to invite the national team to come up and sing a little song for you, all about what we're trying to achieve and how we feel as a group. So I'd like to invite the group forward. Your first ever Vanuatu national test team.
You'll be one big happy family, God's family, God's family. You, me, one big happy family, God's family are we. You, me, your brother, lo Vanuatu, mo papa, lo heaven, he love you, oh me.
Musaka, Musaka, Tafame, Musaka, Dzidiki, Tavalme, Storniki.
Thanks for your company and we hope you have enjoyed the show. Native Cultures wishes you all good night and bon weekend. And look at me back again next Friday night. Good night.
I've just picked up a copy of today's Vanuatu Daily Post. Just wanted to see if there's any mention of tomorrow's match.
And?
Lead article.
Sweet.
And it even mentions us.
Bull.
For all rugby league fans who cannot make it to the big match tomorrow, they can follow the action live audio online with Damien Timms and Nikos and Ordurkos.
And Ordurkos. Well, they've made an attempt anyway.
Tomorrow, we are live at www.tippytappysports.wordpress.com.
Bam, that's a genuine media mention. We're at the ground, game day.
It's tipping down with rain. We're under the media tent, just trying to set up our gear. We're waiting for some power, which would be good. As you can see, there's still some sort of handiwork going on.
If you think Damo sounded a bit irate there, it's because there was an actual media box in the grandstand that we hadn't been let into. Damo had a word to the powers that be.
Just had some words with Tom Carlo, the president of Vanuatu Rugby League. They're going to open the media box for us.
Cereal?
Cereal. It's quite a good view from up here. We can see the field, which is good.
Massive step forward.
It is.
Well, from the seats they had us on before down here, we couldn't really see half the field. It's a win for Tippy Tappy Sports being put up here.
It is.
Just take us through the gear. What do we got?
We've got a laptop, a dongle where we're getting our internet connection from, audio interface,
mics.
There are the mics.
Obviously, we've got our team sheets.
Got the team sheets. Very carefully prepared. I think that font is Wingdings.
Shut up. We decided to kit out in traditional Port Villain shirts. Thought we'd go with the sports broadcaster coat over the top. I've already been told by the bartender that I'm going to get too hot wearing this coat.
but he failed to notice that I've got very short shorts.
Okay, maybe we should have actually taken the boat shoes off.
No.
Hey, this is not actually working.
This is good, bro. Good move.
This is how we do things, Tippy Tappy Sports.
It's pathetic.
I'll be going for the traditional sort of South Islander untuck.
I love it.
Who's going to win, Vanuatu or Greece?
Vanuatu will be the winning team today.
Do you think Vanuatu will win?
Oh, definitely. Vanuatu going to win the game.
What will the score be?
A score on about 20-0. 30-0. Will be 60-0.
60-0. Okay, big call.
20-0.
20-0, okay. He thinks 60. 60-0.
50.
He's upped it.
4-0.
4-0. Wet game.
The weather is actually favoring the Islanders. Thank you.
You think Islanders will win?
Yeah, I think.
You think?
I think Islanders will win.
You reckon Vanuatu will win?
For sure.
Scoreline?
18-12.
That's the most kind of reasonably thought out scoreline today. You're a reasonable bloke.
Oh, thanks.
What's your favourite NRL team?
Broncos.
You support the Blues?
Yeah, I support the Blues.
But they never win.
Anyway, just go for them. Plus, yeah.
Right, that's good. They need some supporters. Okay, good. I'm a Maroons man. Would you support NRL? St George. Okay, all right, good. Disappointing season for you guys this year.
Anyway.
And for the Blues.
Yeah. Anyway.
So you don't support any winning team?
Sorry?
You supporting Vanuatu today?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not a good sign for Vanuatu, is it?
We can feel the atmosphere building. There's a lot of tension in the ground. Have you been working on like a combination of punches during training?
Nah, I'm all about headbutts, mate. No punches here. Just the sneaky ones, Nate Miles styles. I'm not a Cassiano, that's for sure.
Well, you don't have the facial hair.
Oh, no, I can't grow it, mate. If I could, I would.
Once your pubes drop.
Yeah, I'm 22, so it should start soon.
What are you listening to at the moment?
Bit of techno beats at the moment, get me hyped up.
Have you checked out the progressive trance scene in Port Vila?
Mate, they're just ads. You don't need a copy of the ads unless you want to see the ads again.
Yeah, no, the boys are strict with their good copies done up there, so.
You don't get good ads in Vanuatu?
Oh, well, this is the first time I've been here, so I haven't seen any ads in Vanuatu, so.
You can have a call, Jerry.
Official point.
We'll toss it again. 50-50.
Tails.
What do you want to do?
Right. We'll go that way.
Alright, so we'll kick off that way.
Yeah, right.
Kick off. Alright, good luck, mate.
Good luck, mate.
Okay, thanks so much. Thanks. Good luck for us.
Happy with that result, mate?
Yeah, very happy.
Yeah?
Defend first, so hopefully knock them around the first set and see how tough they really are.
Good stuff. Welcome to the first ever International Rugby League match for the Vanuatu team and a triumphant return from the international doldrums for the Greek heritage team made up exclusively of Australians. It is a muggy, humid, pure tropics kind of day.
Keeping it simple will obviously suit these conditions because it's going to be a greasy ball, it's greasy underfoot. There's not going to be too much sort of razzle-dazzle, Jim Sedaris, George Scandala style, Fiji hot dogging.
This kind of weather is going to be quite foreign to the Greeks.
They're not even used to water. I mean, Greece is such an arid land.
But they are all experienced rugby league players on the Greek team. Vanuatu sports a whole number of players who have never played the game before. They've only played union. We might see some accidental rucking and mauling.
We'll see someone, passing to the flanker who's not there.
Whoever has a bit more discipline today might actually come up trumps.
If it's error-free football, the points will come. I was a little tense this morning. I've now relaxed.
I heard you relax. I heard you relax before.
And it's time. It's time to fire up and get excited. We are underway. We are underway, and the Greeks have now kicked off, and the ball is picked up by, it looks like it's James Wood over on the other side, and he is wrapped up 15 metres from the halfway line.
Oh, and there's a darting dummy half run. Is he held up? Is he held up?
Vanuatu has scored
It's a try.
first ever international points
First
in rugby
try to
league.
Vanuatu. Hard running.
Oh, there's a break.
Who is it? It's Kulukalu. He's off to the left. Oh, and he's brought down 30 metres out from the Greek line. Pulled down. Desperation defence from the Greeks. Greece is going to want to be the next to score, and this is another one of their best chances as they take the tap 30 metres out. Oh, look at this run. Great run and great don't argue there from Vanuatu. There are some huge hits going on here. Little chip into the in goal and it's collected. Oh, you're kidding me.
I think it might be a try.
It's a try. It's a Greek try.
It is. It's a Greek try.
Try time for Greece.
Oh.
Beautiful little dummy there from Petros Thanos. He's made great little offload as well. Beautiful support play. They put a chip down the blind side as they're bolting for it.
The ref has called try.
It's a Vanuatu try. This is a big set of 6. They want to try to force an error down deep in the Vanuatu half here and try to get some points back. And there's a quick tap. He's gone. He's going to go all the way.
No.
He didn't have anyone with him.
As we go to half time.
And that is half time.
He's called it a strip, and the crowd has told him exactly what they think of that. Well,
the crowd is not happy at all.
No, the crowd's not happy with that. Someone's just thrown a bit of bread roll onto the field.
At least throw some local tuluk or lap lap.
Yeah.
Don't throw a bread roll. I just had a tuluk before. It was delicious. A huge hit. Who was that? That could be a game changer.
That is a turning point. I think it's John Nash.
On his own 10-metre line. It was Iro meets Tio there, all in one.
Tyro.
Oh, there's a little bit of biff in the dummy half region now. A little bit of push.
Oh, there's a little kick. It's not a bad kick. It's a great kick. As the chant goes up. You can hear the crowd getting involved.
That's good because it's about time. Yeah. That's it. They've gone to the air. There are chasers. Patrick August is running hard. There's been an impact and someone hasn't moved after he's caught the ball.
I'm pretty sure it's the Greek fullback, Adam Burris. He's on his feet and he's getting a rapturous reception from the crowd.
And he comes in and he kicks and he's made no mistake.
The crowd now trying to get the Vanuatu boys fired up.
5th tackle. What are they going to do? The halfback gives it out. Javan White. He's the Greg Inglis of the team. Oh, amazing ball. It's a try.
Vanuatu has scored.
Great try, Vanuatu.
Late on.
That is what you want to see.
And that is wonderful to see. Ladies and gentlemen, that is full time as Greece beats Vanuatu by 24 points to 14. This game was played in a great spirit. Solid effort from the Vanuatu team. They certainly did not disgrace themselves. They should be very proud of having come together in such a short space of time and trained hard this week. But the Greeks ultimately were a little too strong, just slightly more organised in their play. And when it mattered, when the play broke down, Greece was in a better position to capitalise from the mistakes. There were certainly some big hits on a lot of the players, and I'm sure most of the boys will be very sore tonight and tomorrow morning. Things are getting dark here in Port Vila. The sun has basically set. So from me, the method, and from Macca, we say thank you and good night.
It's crazy. A really, really good crowd. It's nothing experience I've never had before, so really enjoyed it.
A crowd, you cannot ask for a better crowd. They supported well. They cheered every time. Every time we were down.
I copped a nice high one straight off the bat. Came off, we'll cry a few stitches.
It was a good, tough game. Greece came out firing, and it's just good to get Rugby League
and to the Vanuatu community.
They came out hard. I reckon they played better the first half, and we had a good talk at the break, and we came out fighting. So I think we turned the game around, but it was good. It was tough. Good hits.
So today was your first rugby league match. Okay, so how did you find, not having to release the ball?
It's not as easy as it looks on TV.
I don't even know if I even touch the ball. I don't think I did anything out there.
Okay.
And what about the crowd? Did you guys feel the crowd behind you?
Oh yeah, definitely. See, they caused the traffic jam over there. So that was good.
But that's just normal Port Villa, though, isn't it?
It was a very good game. Defensively, they were strong. But in the end, as we said from the beginning, we're going to overcome them with what's called fitness.
Unbelievable crowd that turned out. Way over my expectation.
First hit, got my bell rung. I was seeing stars for about 20 minutes.
Is rugby league better than rugby union?
No comment.
And you're going into pre-season training, is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pre-season training with the Broncos. I've got
The Broncos?
train with them, yeah.
Serious? Well done, man.
They're
my favourite team.
He's a big Broncos supporter.
Want me to sing?
What's that?
Want me to sing?
Mate, if you want to sing, please do.
No.
Okay,
I won't sing. I can't sing.
So, Tippy Tappy Sports successfully covered live its first international sporting event.
Much to our surprise, we had over 1,000 listeners for the match from all parts of the globe. Not just Australasia and Southern Europe, but the UK, Canada, America, Japan, the Philippines. As a sporting spectacle, the match was clearly a success. There were two teams, there were spectators, there were tries, and there were some enormous hits.
But as a sporting international between two vastly different countries, one a tiny archipelago in the South Pacific subject to an early form of condominium, the other known throughout the world as the cradle of Western civilization, the entire event felt oddly Australian.
The Greek team was made up of Australians. The Vanuatu team was coached by an Australian. Even the expat bar was run by an Australian.
Perhaps it wasn't surprising given that rugby league is predominantly popular in Australia.
This international seemed to us a great advertisement for multicultural Australia. Australians representing Greece, without speaking a word of Greek.
Nivan players turning out for Vanuatu, despite having never been to Vanuatu.
At least we all agree that kava is not a particularly nice drink.
While we'll keep an eye on how rugby league develops in Vanuatu and Greece, it was time for Tippy Tappy Sports to head off to cover the next international, a showdown between Pitcairn Island and Tristan da Cunha.